Hey guys, Civil here, back again with another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Four Horsemen Studios Mythic Legions All-Stars 4.0 Scaphoid. That's right, the toxic green skeleton himself, who loves to do the toxic wilds. That's an Exodus reference for those of you 80s metalheads out there, which I know there's quite a few of you in the Mythic Legions community, so I hope some of you get that joke. But, with that being said, this guy was originally released in the Covenant of Shadow, which was kind of a big deal with the last All-Stars wave, if I'm not mistaken. 2 of the 4 that made it into that wave were from that, right? Baron Volgar and Torion. So this guy goes with them. Unfortunately, I do not have those 2 handy for some comparisons, but I do have a few at hand. Mostly skeletons, because that's how I roll. But with that in mind, getting to the meat and taters of this guy, he comes with one accessory that's not on his person. A skull. This is a toxic green skull, of course. And the jaw does not open on this, so I lied in the last video, the Tibius video. I have 3 of these heads, but I don't have any more in the bone white color. And I don't know if I really have a use for this, but if I do, I will most definitely use it. So there's that. And just to give you an idea, here's the regular bone colored skull head next to the toxic green one. You can see just how toxic this guy is. He must be an internet troll, right? Didn't we get one of those in this wave? Either way, getting up close and personal with Scaphoid here. He is cool, man. I dig him. He comes with this mace, which is something a good buddy of ours, Brother Mandibulus, mascot of the channel, has. It's in every video. I hope you've seen it. But I will say these maces don't plug in the best. That is, it's just some schmutz up here I need to cut off, but these are a little loose. As I say that, this one's tight, but it does kind of wobble. As I say that, it doesn't do that. Wow. Making me look like a punk, are you? But it does have some green kind of wash effects on it to make it look like it is covered in acid, I guess. I don't know what Scaphoid's deal is, but he seems very deadly. He uses poison as a weapon or something. And then he comes with a knife. Good old kniff. It's a purple blade on here. There might be some of that green paint too. I can't really tell. Then last, but certainly not least, he comes with the big old honkin' shield. This is something the knight characters usually have. But this guy's is just plain purple. I wish it had like the Necronominus logo in green on here. That'd be kind of cool. But I'm sure somebody made a tampo or decal you could slap on here. Make it really pop. But one thing to note, and I'm not really one for tooting my own horn about, influencing companies on certain decisions or anything, because I'm a very small channel. But funny enough, he's got a shield handle. You could pop it off. And I say that's funny because in the last All-Stars wave, they all had the clips. The Baron Volgar and the Torion both had clips. Now that's fine, but on this style of gauntlet, actually, he's got it with the kind of spikes coming off it. Those clips don't really work, and if you try to put them on there, they're just going to break. So I pointed out in my reviews way back when we got those, I think it was February, March-ish. It's like right before they announced the next All-Stars wave. It's like, hey, maybe in the future, as I knock Scaphoid over, maybe in the future, use the clips instead of, or use the handles instead of the clips, because the handles are a lot better, particularly on these 1.0 guys who have the bulkier lower arms. And lo and behold, now we get the handles, but it's funny, again, because these guys were originally shown with those clips in the pre-order. So I'm going to take partial credit for that. I don't care. I know there's probably a lot of people who talked about it online, but how many of y'all made video reviews about it? Didn't think so. So, you know, I'm going to give myself a pat on the back for that one. But getting into Scaphoid, the rest of him, this dude looks awesome. He looks really cool. He looks very poisonous with this toxic green color, but I love it. This looks awesome, man. So articulation on this guy, his head will look up pretty good, tilt all around, look side to side. It's got a hinge in the jaw, which I have to say the jaws on these two, his and Tibius's here, were really easy to move out of package. Tibius's was actually stuck, but I pinched on it, pulled it all the way back, then pushed it forward, and it loosened it right up. So really good QC this time around, on these guys at least. And then his shoulder pads. He's got the same style shoulder pads and gorget as Tibius, but he does have the tunic kind of torso like Brother Mandibulus, as well as the kind of crotch towel piece. And he does have the same side skirts as the Skeleton Legion Builder. However, he's got the evil gauntlets and the evil boots. So he's a mixed mash of parts. So of course, he has the skeleton bones here because they're a toxic green color. But his shoulders can move out to the side, back down, forward and back. He's got a single hinge at the elbow, which works pretty well. Rotates. He's got a swivel at the gauntlet, swivel at the wrist with a hinge. Works just fine. And then, this is funny, his torso was actually not connected when he arrived. I had to plug that in when I opened him. And it's pretty stiff, man. He ain't doing none of that flopping around stuff, which I wish my entire Legions collection was like this. But I think because of the amount of pressure I got to put on this torso to get it in, the waist peg's a little loose on mine. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. It's not that bad. It really isn't, but it's looser than, say, Tibius's, who's nice and tight. Probably because I didn't have to do this. I'll probably take them apart and see if there's a sweet spot in there to set it up, but it's fine. It's nothing to worry about. His hips do move forward and back, as well as in and out. And I have to say, it feels like they just molded his bones in this green color. Excuse my very broken iPad speaker. I think I might have got an email from somebody. But his hips go in and out to the side, pretty easy. Then he has a single joint in the knee, as well as a swivel in the knee. Which I'm usually not a fan of this joint, but Mythic Legions does a way better job with it. The pegs are thinner and wider, so it's not as cumbersome as, say, that Super 7 Ultimate King Diamond. But just something to note. And then he has a swivel in the foot with a hinge. It works pretty good, and a rocker. So there you go. Works pretty good. And, oh, he's got the little belt, too. That's hanging on his waist. If you hadn't noticed. But there you go. That is Scaphoid in a nutshell. Really cool. I really dig this guy. I think he's awesome. I want to get Clavian and Ilgar. I don't know if I'll be able to get Keltis because everyone's all, I don't want you to remake the Motu homages. Neener, 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 says the people who already got them. So, on you. That's not all of you, but I'm just saying, the few of you that do say that, you suck, bruh. You just suck. So, with that being said, let's get Scaphoid all geared up once again and take a look at some comparisons. First up, here is Scaphoid next to a couple of other Mythic Legions figures. We have the Skeleton Soldier from Advent of Decay, who's in a smaller, more feminine body style, but as I said in the Tibius video, you can make male or female characters with that figure. And then we also have the Skeleton Legion Builder. This is the All-Star version, but he was available in that original Kickstarter, as well as that second All-Stars wave, I believe, and will be available in the near to distant future in the Mythic Legion's, oh snap, reinforcements wave. Had a brain fart for a second there. But as you can see, him and Scaphoid don't share very many parts other than the skeleton parts. Scaphoid is a very different figure. They do share belts though. But getting him out of the way, here he is next to said Tibius, who we took a look at earlier today. If you paid attention in the Tibius video, I am going to be doubling up reviews so I can get these out as quick as possible to you guys. But there you go. And yeah, they don't share very many parts, but you know, that's okay. They do share shoulder pads and gorgets though, so that's kind of cool. Up next, here he is next to the Hasbro Marvel Legends Ultron from the Ursa Major Build-A-Figure wave, as well as the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Dr. Fate, as he appeared in Injustice 2. As you can see, Scaphoid, much like Tibius, scales better with Legends more so than Multiverse, but I always say if you really want to do something, fudge the camera angle, put some work into it, you can make it work, right? And last but certainly not least, we have our two regulars, Brother Mandibulus from Advent of Decay, which was technically released twice. Probably the only reason why I was able to get one. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. And then we also have the MK11 Spawn, who towers over everybody like he does, but Scaphoid here does scale nicely with Brother Mandibulus and all the other skeletons from this line. I really like having them all together. They look awesome together. So with that being said, time to wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and much like Tibius, I am very biased towards these skeletons. So yes, this is my second favorite figure in the wave. Surprise, I know. Very shocking indeed. But I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't think I was going to like this guy as much as I do. He is freaking fantastic. I love the toxic neon green this guy's got going on. It actually reminds me of Exodus's logo from the album Toxic Waltzes On, Fabulous Disaster, for those of you who are 80s metalheads and got my joke from earlier. So yeah, this guy's freaking rad. I love the wash effect they gave on this guy. Makes him look like he's dripping with acid or poison or something. I just want to see this guy melt someone's face with his spit. Does anyone else want to see that? I know that's kind of gross and gnarly, but let's be honest, that'd be pretty sick. Especially if it was in a, I don't know, Mythic Legion's animated series. Don't ask me to start writing for that. I'm or trying to produce something like that. I'm not that pro. I don't have the technology to do that. Although I would very much like to. That'd be something I would not mind helping out with in the very least. So with that being said, you need this. Like Tibius, you need this too. You need to get this as well. This is an awesome figure. You need to have this. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And if you are so inclined, please hit that notification bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one, because we got to show that algorithm who's boss, right? If you haven't already, hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions, as well as the Mythic Legions Cabal, which is also on Facebook and Instagram. Join in the Mythic Legions fun. Be a part of the community. But as always, please keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.